What's up, guys? It is Friday evening, and I thought I would record this video because I've been getting some feedback from athletes at the gym at CrossFit Lakewood and from friends of mine. And then I read a blog post today from a really great website. I'm going to put the link to the original article that sort of sparked my motivation to do this video tonight in the about of this video and on my own blog with this post. But the website is CrossFitFattie.com. And the title of it is Confessions of a CrossFit Fattie. Now, the young lady who writes this blog is awesome, and I don't really like the name of her site, but I think it at least conveys the purpose and the message she's trying to convey, that anyone can get into this and change their life for the better. So, love the blog. Wish it was Confessions of an Atypical CrossFitter. Anyways, it's about progress and your individual progress as an athlete versus that of other people in your gym. And to summarize her post, I'm going to talk about the 7 quick categories that she addresses and then link you guys to that because it's definitely worth taking a look at. And as always, I'd love to hear your feedback, and then I would be more than willing to engage more from my own perspective and how I think about that. I like to think of myself as a very competitive CrossFitter. I do it because it's fun, because I feel like I'm healthier, I'm stronger, faster, etc., and I really like the competition aspect, but at no point do I feel that it's only made for people who are like that. I think CrossFit is a program that literally can be taught to grandparents, stay-at-home parents, desk jockeys, like myself most of the time, kids, and all of those things can be adapted to whatever an individual's fitness level is. I truly do believe that. So this article kind of hit home, and I really liked it. So the article is called, the post is called 7 Concerns for the Atypical CrossFitter. Atypical. For me, I think this article could be called 7 Concerns for any CrossFitter. But some of the things she brings up as a self-proclaimed non-athlete, she says, people who walk in the door and may be overweight or obese, over the age of 50, accumulated a lot of injuries over their life that need accommodation, any illness, or if you're injury prone, if you have hormone issues, or any illnesses that could make you hypersensitive to stimuli. All really valid concerns, right? So, number 1, get past the slogans and the hype. And she addresses the fact that, I think this quote is perfect. Signs or shirts that gyms have: blood is replaceable, sweat is expected, tears are optional. Those types of things that a lot of us can really kind of get a kick out of can really intimidate someone from even considering walking in the door, regardless of their ability level. If they think the place is only going to have really loud music and incredibly strong and fit and active people, that can be a deterrent. And as a trainer, not a gym owner, but as a trainer, I would never want to push somebody away before they even gave it a shot, right? So get past the slogans and realize the purpose of joining a gym is to try and make yourself healthy. Second one, ask questions, lots of them. My coaching style is to talk a lot during the instructional phase, so most of the time people don't have very many questions to ask because we're trying not to run over in class because of how much I talk. But the point is, when you're introduced to all of these new movements, whether it's handstand walking for the more advanced athletes, or something as simple as the proper way to squat, it's really important to never think to yourself, oh, that's a stupid question, I shouldn't ask it. It's about your safety and doing it right. And if you don't ask questions, you won't get the answer to them. So always ask questions. Make consistency your first priority is point number 3 she makes. Absolutely right. When you jump into the gym and try and go, all right, I'm going to get in shape now and train 4, 5, 6 times a week right off the bat, and your body's not used to that, it can be really discouraging because your body isn't used to that type of volume, and the reaction could be soreness to the point where you can barely move. And when you're trying to get into a rhythm, it's not a very good feeling to have. So consistency, and start slow, build up your tolerance, build up your body's ability to know what you're giving it on a day-to-day basis at the gym. Start slow and build your way up. Listen to your body and tell your coach what it's saying is number 4. That's also important. Some people are afraid to question things, and not how do you do this movement, but my arm kind of hurts, or I'm kind of sore here. And if you're relatively new to training or CrossFit, or if you've been deconditioned for a while, it's really important to be able to communicate how you're feeling to someone who may, not necessarily does, but may have more experience in that field and can help you identify, make modifications, and train you on ways to get stronger, more flexible, and increase your endurance level over time, right? Don't be afraid to ask. Number 5, scale, 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 form, form, form. Did I mention you should scale? Beautiful. I try and emphasize that a lot with everyone I train, and we want the progression that CrossFit teaches to be form, learn how to do things right first, consistency, do them right repeatedly, even when you start to fatigue, then we can up the intensity. There's no reason to put 135 or 435 pounds on a barbell if you can't do the movements that's required safely. So you'll still get a good workout in. I always joke with my friends that you can do 5 push-ups for time, and if you go really, really hard, I'm going to be out of breath. So do it to your own ability, and if you scale the weight or need to modify the movement, as long as you're doing it safely, that's the way to go. Next one is expect setbacks. This can be taken any number of ways. Schedule. I don't have time to go to the gym. Something as simple as that. Number 2, I'm starting to get a little sore and I don't know how to recover from that. Should I just go to the gym and push through? Or an injury, you get sick for some reason. All of these things that can happen and interrupt your training can be mentally discouraging. But if you go into it saying, hey, when I can go, I'm going to go, and I'm going to give it my all. And if I can't go for whatever reason, whether it's personal, family, schedule, I'm just tired, that's okay. So work through that and just go when you can. And the final point she brings up is that you're only competing with yourself. A lot of people are very, very competitive, and it's sometimes fun to walk into a place where you know your friend or your buddy or your family member is going to be there to train with you. But at the end of the day, CrossFit isn't only about trying to beat someone else. I don't think it's about that much at all. It's about being within yourself and improving yourself. Whether that means you can run a 200-meter distance for the first time in 30 years, whether it means you're PRing on a squat snatch, doesn't matter. Every little milestone needs to be something that you can celebrate for yourself. And if you have any difficulties doing that, I love chatting with people and helping them try and find those little milestones so it's not this endless road of, am I getting better? There's a lot of ways along the way that you can give yourself that reassurance and that reaffirmation that the work you're putting in the gym, in your diet, and again in your rest and recovery are absolutely paying off. So I'll put the link to the article in the video description and on the blog. You guys should definitely check out this post as well as the blog in general. It's CrossFitFattie.com. Really, really love it. Hopefully this helps explain a little bit more of my coaching style and what I think is important about CrossFit. So it's not someone can only go and compete at this high level. It's just so people can get healthier and happier. Talk to you soon.